This is a DJI Osmo Pocket 4P, DJI's latest handheld camera. But with an SRP of almost 38,000 pesos, is it actually for you? Ganito lang yan. I'm Ian and welcome sa Behind the Guides, a new series to talk about the tech behind our travel videos. In this video, we won't be covering the technical details about the DJI Osmo Pocket 4P because there would be a lot of other videos that you can actually refer to for those and madali naman mag-google lang ng specs. However, I want to share with you the perspective of someone who's creating travel content and a little bit of food videos as well. So ang tanong lang dyan, kung gumagawa ka ng travel videos and even food videos, ito nga ba yung camera na para sa'yo? If you're following me in my other social media channels, you would know na ang ginagamit ko talaga majority of the time kapag mga travel videos and even food videos itong DJI Osmo Action 6. I paired it up with the macro lens just in case I needed to go closer to the subject, especially kapag nagsushoot ako ng mga pagkain. While I super love this setup, there are certain limitations of an action camera that a pocket camera like the Pocket 4P can address. And for that, switch tayo ng camera sa Pocket 4P. One limitation ng action camera is the lack of autofocus. Kahit kinabitan ko na siya ng macro lens, manual pa rin ina-adjust yung focus nito. Which means medyo may learning curve siya and medyo may tansyahan ng konti. However, pocket cameras meron niyang autofocus and ang napansin ko dito sa 4P, ang bilis ng autofocus niya. This is extremely useful lalo na kung nagpapakita ka talaga ng mga product or subject close to the camera. Second, ang Pocket 4P ay may dual lens system. Meron siyang wide angle at 20mm, tapos meron din siyang secondary lens na may 3x na zoom with an equivalent of 60mm. Para mapakita ko sa inyo, ginagamit natin ngayon yung 1x or yung main camera. With the touch of a button, you can actually zoom in to switch to the 3x na zoom. Ayan, sobrang lapit na. That is another advantage of the Pocket 4P versus the action camera, but even versus the Pocket 3 and the Pocket 4. With the Pocket 4P, you can actually use the secondary 3x lens to get closer to the subject. At the same time, merong tinatawag na parang compression wherein mas makikita mo yung separation ng subject versus yung background. Pag ginamit mo yung secondary lens, mas mapapansin mo yung pagka-blurred ng background versus the subject. Useful yan if you're shooting mga portrait, talking head, or kung gusto mo na talagang separated yung subject mo versus the background. Third advantage is with the Pocket 4P, you can actually shoot in D-Log and D-Log 2. If you're not familiar, yung D-Log and D-Log 2, kung mapapansin nyo, ito yung parang color profile na sobrang gray ng image. What's actually happening is mas nape-preserve ng camera yung shadows and highlights, so mas maganda siya and mas versatile when it comes to post-production or editing after the shoot. Even beginners like me, actually, kaya natin gumamit ng D-Log. All you have to do is download the official Rec 709 lot from the DJI website. Kailangan mo lang siyang i-overlay or i-add on top of the D-Log footage para ma-convert siya to Rec 709 or yung parang medyo normal color profile. You can do this in any editing software. In my case, I use CapCut Desktop, so pinapatong ko lang yung lot over the D-Log footage. If you want the link to the official lot, lalagay ko na lang din sa description. While the Pocket 4P is a great camera, of course, meron pa ring downside yung ganitong type of camera. Number 1, wala pang open gate. Doesn't maximize the full sensor na 4:3 aspect ratio. At the same time, it doesn't utilize a square sensor like the Action 6, kaya dito kasi kaya ko mag-shoot ng 1:1 ratio, tapos ang ginagawa ko na lang ay i-crop it vertically or horizontally depende kung saan ko i-upload yung video. Ang sensor ng Pocket 4P hindi naman square, pero I hope sa future software updates or firmware updates, i-update nila para magkaroon na rin ng open gate itong 4P to at least maximize the 4:3 aspect ratio. Second downside is it's not as wide as the Action 6. Even without the macro lens, sobrang wide talaga ng field of view ng action cameras. Since using the Pocket 3, yun na talaga yung downside for me ng pocket camera, kaya hindi siya lagi ang main camera na ginagamit ko kapag travel. Luckily for Pocket 3, nakahanap ako ng wide angle lens na pwedeng ikabit, tapos mas wide na yung field of view niya. There is also a wide angle lens accessory naman for Pocket 4P, pero sobrang hirap maghanap. Kahit abroad, wala kaming makita. Siguro once I have that accessory, mas magiging usable for me yung wide angle lens nitong Pocket 4P. And third, at the end of the day, this is a gimbal camera, which means there are lots of moving parts. Gumagalaw yung part ng gimbal and meron pa rin siyang flip screen. Ang downside lang ng maraming moving parts of course, mas prone siya to damage in the long run. But of course, we have yet to test the durability of this camera kasi medyo bago pa naman siya. In summary, the DJI Osmo Pocket 4P is a great camera that offers versatility with its dual lens system and the ability to shoot D-Log and D-Log2 color profiles. However, if you want a wider field of view and a build quality made for rugged use, then an action camera might be the better option. So will I be using my Pocket 4P in future videos? Yes and no. For travels where I usually shoot outdoors, I might still be using my DJI Osmo Action 6 a lot. However, when it comes to shooting food content, tech content, or even talking heads like this one, then nothing beats the autofocus and the sharpness and the image quality of the Pocket 4P. So definitely both these cameras will be staying with me, depende na lang kung anong type of shoot yung kailangan ko. If you guys have questions or if you want us to test some of the other features of this particular camera, comment them below. And based on what you've heard today, ano sa tingin nyo yung best camera for you? Before we end, make sure to hit that subscribe button and comment din if you like this kind of format so we'll create more in the future. Hope this helps. More travel soon!